Good morning, grade 11 business. Now we will start our next lesson. Today we will learn about bank reconciliation part 2. So remember, if you still don't cover the part 1, please repeat again the part 1 and then go to the part 2. Okay, now I will share our PPT for today. Let's check below. So here is our PPT for today. So basically today we will discuss about the question in here, if you can see. Okay, so today we will learn about bank reconciliation part 2, which is most of time we will discuss about the work example. So basically there are around 3 work examples that we will do today. So take a look. So please remember for the bank reconciliation part 1, we are discussing about what's the meaning of bank reconciliation. Remember, we do at the first place, we do have like bank statement. And then the second one, we do have the cash book. Now we want to reconcile both of the balance of both of that data. If the bank statement and the cash book done the balance is not agree, the first thing we must do is update the cash book. So after we update the cash book, if the balance still not agree, then that's the time we are need the bank reconciliation statement. So in the bank reconciliation statement, we want to try find out why the bank statement and also the cash book is not agreed. So we must know which of that transaction that might be missed. So we also learn about some reason why the bank statement and the cash book balance is not agreed. But today we will learn about the example. Okay, if you see from our PPT, in here there is, for example, there is like bank statement and also cash book. So if we see the balance is not agree, in here the balance is not agree. So we must find out why the balance is not agreed. But the first times we must know which transaction that record by both of these data, by both of cash book and the bank statement. If we see carefully, the BD, both of them are same. So we like mark them in here. I'm making into the green circle. If we see from the cash book on the debit side 3,000, and from the bank statement the balance is 3,000. It's the same, right? And then the next one, which one is the same? Which one do you see? Yes, from the bank statement there is like withdraw 500, and for the cash book it is on debit side Jones. So it doesn't matter, the detail is different but the number is the same. If in the bank statement withdraw, then the cash book that could be on debit side. You can see in here clearly. Okay, now next, what else that have the same? 500 from Jones, and then also in here G500, and then as Mary, we do have also as Mary. So is that all? Oh, there also James, and in here also. So basically there are 5 transactions that are recorded by the cash book and also bank statement. If you see carefully, all the cash book already recorded on the bank statement, but there is like one transaction from bank statement that did not recorded by the cash book. I think that's the reason why the bank statement is not balanced. Oh, we do have found they have like bank charts. Remember, on the bank charts there is a big possible the cash book not record it, might be because of the time. So the first thing we must do is update our cash book. So in here, bank charts is on the withdrawals, or it decrease our money, or it put on debit side on the bank statement. Remember, if we put on debit side the transaction on the bank statement, it means on the credit side on the cash book. It means it decrease the cash book. Let's take a look. So, in order to update our cash book, the first one we must know the balance. So we put the bulk CD in here. Okay, if we want to take a look, this is our bank statement. This is like the balance 3,650, but before in here 3,950. It's different, right? So how we make our update cash book. So to update our cash book, the bulk BD on debit side we must put on the debit side. The bulk BD we're taking is not at the beginning, but at the bulk CD on your cash book. The bulk CD, the number of bulk CD on your cash book, it's the same with the bulk BD for the update cash book. So in here, the bulk BD and the bulk CD is 3,350. And then we put every transaction is not included by the cash book. We record them again. So basically, there are two transactions. The first one is date 70. It is credit transfer received. It's 400. And the second one is bank charge 100. So if deposit, it is increase the cash book. Increase the cash book we put on debit side. That's why we put credit transfer received 400. Okay, is that clear? Okay, the next one is bank charge 100. Bank charge 100 withdrawals, or we can also put in debit because bank charge on debit side for the bank statement. So it decrease the bank statement. So if you want to move this transaction, want to record this transaction into our cash book, we put them on the credit side because it decrease our cash book. So have a take look. Just write the same new details, bank charts, and the same number. Very easy. That's it. Now what else we would do? Now find out the bulk BD and bulk CD. How do we find out the bulk BD and bulk CD? Very easy. Okay, in here, we kindly calculate all of the number on the debit side and all of the number of the credit side. From the debit side and the credit side, which one have the bigger number? Yes, it is on debit side. How much it exactly? Yes, it's about 3,750. We put in here both of them. We put like underline and above the number of so line. The second one is we put on debit side and the credit side. That's the first step. The next step is we like to deduct all this number into the above number. So 3,750 deduct by 3,350 deduct by 400, it's 0. So no need to put in here. But on the credit side, 3,750 deduct by 100, how much is that? It's about 3,650. So we put the number in here, 3,650, and we put on detail side bulk CD, February 1st. So all of this on the February 1st because we update the cash book at the end of the month. Okay, in here, the bulk CD become 3,650. So it means the bulk BD on the debit side 3,650. Okay, after this one, is it already agree the balance from our bank statement and our cash book? Let's take a look. Yes, it is. Now the bulk BD on the cash book 3,650 and the balance of our bank statement 3,650. That's enough. No need bank reconciliation. Just update your cash book. Is that easy? Yes, it is. Okay, remember the first step we must notice each transaction that already record by both of this data, whether on the cash book and the bank statement. We circle them, we tick them, whatever you want, just to mark down. After that, we classify, identify which transaction, and then do the update cash book. After we update the cash book, we find out the balance. Is it already agree? Is it already balanced? Is it already same with our bank statement? If it is already same, then no need to put the bank reconciliation statement. Just stop right there. Just stop until you update your cash book. It means the transaction, the record, the something wrong is only on the cash book from the business. So there's nothing wrong with the bank statement or the accounting of the bank. Okay, is that clear? Yes, it is. Now we jump to the next question. Now for the bank reconciliation statement. Let's do the example 2. Information given as at 31st December 2018. Cash at the bank as per update cash book 750. So in here, he say cash at bank as per update cash book. So the cash book already updated here. It's about 750. Remember, this is the update cash book balance. And then he already mentioned there is unpresented check 250. Remember, take a look for the first video. What's the meaning of unpresented check? 250. And then check pay into the bank but not yet enter in the bank statement. 160. And then this is the last number. Cash at bank as per bank statement is 850. 850. So the question is, please make the bank reconciliation statement. So in here, we don't need to identify because they already mentioned. So we do have like the cash at the bank at the per update cash book 750, unpresented check, and check pay into the bank but not enter into the bank statement, and then cash at bank as per bank statement. Now we can go jump to the bank statement. So how to make the bank statement? We just write as the title or as the head, bank statement as at 31st December 2018. And then we put at the first line is cash at bank per cash book. How much is that? It's about 750. So the next one is, yes, start with cash at bank as per update cash book. So we start from that number. And then for the unpresented check, we are add down. So remember the meaning of unpresented check? Okay, 250. How much? 750 plus 250. So before it, we must know what's the meaning of unpresented check. So add any items that are circled on the debit side of the cash book. It's classified as the unpresented check. So this is like the item that we already record on the cash book, but it's already on the debit side. So it's already unpresented check is like this. We already deduct on our cash book, but the bank, the check, it's already arrived at the bank, but because of some reason, the bank reject. It means the bank did not deduct the check. So because at the first place we already deduct the check, so in order to make it fixed again according to the bank statement balance, so we must add the unpresented checks. So the reason we add the unpresented checks is to delay the check before the check payment. So unpresented check is for the check payment. That's the reason why we add unpresented check. So 750 plus 250 is 1,000. And then for uncredited deposit not enter in the cash book. So because it's not entered into the cash book, so we enter into the cash book. That means we are like deduct 160. So deduct any items are circled on the debit side of the cash book. It means uncredited deposit not enter. Okay, because we already add this transaction into our cash book, now we want to follow the bank statement. The bank statement not credit the deposit. So uncredited deposit, it means we do not add that transaction into our bank statement. Remember, bank statement add mean credit, less mean debit. So the opposite for the cash book, add mean debit, credit mean less. Okay. So at the end, it's about 840. Sorry. So cash at bank as per bank statement 840. So 840. This balance should agree with the balance on the bank statement. If we see from the previous one, how much is about our bank statement? Yes, it is already same 840. In here, the balance is also 840. So it's already agreed. So our bank reconciliation or bank reconciliation statement already right. So we can send this one to our bank. So that's all for the example 2. Very easy, right? Okay. Okay, now we go on to the example 3. So this is like higher level. Example 3, this is like the cash book and this is like the bank statement. So in here, the first step, we must find out which transaction already recorded by both of these data. The first one is 500, yes, check. Sales, check. J Kasim, check. Esco LT supplier, check. Hospital repairs 410, check. Passages cleaners 230, check. High tech IT service 140, check. And then, well, I think that's all. So this is the transaction that both of these data, the source of document already prepared. So we must find out, oh, there are like transactions recorded by the cash book, but not recorded by the bank statement. And there are also some transactions that are recorded by the bank statement, but not recorded by the cash book. So after we check both of them, so we must update our cash book. Now, we must classify items that showed on the cash book but not on the bank statement. The first one is uncredited deposit. It's from Cal Bandara, sales. And then they also like unpresented check, the Afzal and Talsal. For items that are recorded on the bank statement and not recorded but not in the cash book are interest received 60, dividend received 100, a credit transfer received of 760. Okay, and payment 700 and standing order 200 and bank charge is about 20. Okay, so let's prepare our update sketchbook. So we start from the BALBD is 8,940. So we put all the transactions that not recorded by the cash book but recorded by the bank statement. Interest received, we put on the debit side, dividend received on the debit side, transfer received or 760 on debit side. Remember, received we put on debit side. But card insurance, standing order, the bank charge, it's all we put on the credit side. It means minus the bank cash book. What else we do? I think already all of the items already record. So we find out which one is bigger. I think this one is about 9,860. 9,860. So we put the BALCD 8,880. July BALBD 8,880. So we find that the BALBD is 8,880. The balance in here is still not agree with the bank statement. So what we should do? We prepare the bank reconciliation statement as at 30 June 2019. See, We start from balance as per update cash book, 8,880. We add unpresented check. Remember, we always add unpresented check. It's already 2, so it's become 1,100. The total 9,880. Last uncredited deposit not recorded 1,820. So the balance as per bank statement 8,160. Now the balance already same. So that means our bank reconciliation is already agreed. Okay. We come to the next one. This is bank reconciliation statement and bank overlap. So we make it very quick. So remember, a bank overdraft is a temporary loan extended by the bank to have the business through a liquid crisis. So this means the bank statement will have a debit balance show on DR or OD. The bank column of the cash book will have a credit balance. Bank overdraft is the kind of facility that given by the business that we can also have like the credit balance or like the debit balance on our bank record, bank statement, and credit balance on our cash book. It means we don't have any money otherwise, but instead we do have loan. So this is like the example. We do have unpresented check, so it is on credit balance 250 cash book. So we do have unpresented and uncredit about 500. How to make bank reconciliation? So if the balance is credit on the cash book, so the bank reconciliation statement is for us different also. If at the first place we add unpresented check, but now we last the unpresented check. If at the first place we are like last our uncredit deposit, now in here we add them. So like sebaliknya. First we try as bank per cash 1,250 and we add uncredit deposit, it's about 1,750, and then last unpresented check 2,450. See, it's already minus already, but in accounting we don't remember minus and positive. We just know if they are already minus, if the first place he is on the credit side, then we put them on the debit side, just like that. So the balance as per bank statement is 700, but on the credit side. This is for the bank statement. What about from the cash book? It means we still have money, 700. Remember, on the bank statement, credit means you still have money. It means debit on the cash book. So thank you. That's all for today. Thank you and see you next meeting. Please stay healthy and be safe. Please work at home, study at home. Okay, that's all for today.